Derek Moneyberg here. You're about to download some key money-making philosophies in your head with this next lesson. And once you do, go to moneyberg.com and let's accelerate your success even faster. This is a spectrum. Now some people, for me, I sleep about 7 hours. That feels perfect. If I sleep 6 for a few nights, I wish I would have slept 7. If I sleep 4 for a few nights, I really wish I slept 7, 8 hours. I don't need to sleep 8, 9 hours. 7 is just about perfect for my body, yeah? Okay? Everybody's going to be a little bit different. Science well supports that. Everybody's going to be a little bit different, okay? The point is, I don't give a shit about my short-term emotions more than I care about my long-term goals. My long-term goals are much more important to me. I don't care how I feel today. That's where most people's failure point is right there. They want everything to be beautiful. They want it to be easy. You don't care what happens to the future. If you don't want to wake up and show up for your own success, if you don't want your little inconvenience in your sleep schedule on occasion, don't worry, your competition doesn't mind. Your competition won't mind at all. One of my favorite things to do in life is to work on holidays. I work every day. I haven't taken a day off for 3, 4 years, more than 3 years. I don't take a day off. I don't need a day off. Days off are for people that don't like what they're doing. Days off are for people that are misallocating their resources, spending their time and energy doing some shit that they're probably not well suited for. You might think of your job that way. What you're not thinking about perhaps is, nobody's more responsible for your outcomes than you. That makes you the CEO or the top manager of your life. So if you don't want to take responsibility for your outcomes, nobody else is going to. Nobody cares about your success more than you do. So if you're not going to show up for your own success, you're just not going to have any. It's going to be extraordinarily mediocre at best. 50% of people are, by definition, no matter what, 50% of people are going to be below average. They're going to be below the mean. So, if you're not working to be in the top 50%, the default outcome is down there. Default outcome is, it ain't good. The default outcome is not your own palace. The default outcome is a pile of shit. All right? So the sleep thing, it's like, I just couldn't care less about, sometimes I sleep 4 hours and I go get things done. I don't even have to work. It's almost 10 years since I had enough money that, my life is paid for. I don't have to do anything I don't feel like doing. The greatest things that money buy you, by the way, it buys you the use of your time. It buys you freedom. You can spend your time the way that you want to. It buys you the right to say the things that you'd like to say. It buys you the right to not have to spend time with people that you wouldn't enjoy their company. So the best thing that money could ever buy you is just your freedom to spend your time the way that you'd like to spend it, doing more of the things that you would like to do, and less of the things that you wouldn't like to do. But if you don't care enough to fucking go create that financial freedom, it's not going to happen accidentally. Maybe you got a rich uncle or, no, it's not going to work out, man. So I couldn't care less about, did I sleep quite enough? Or, I don't even have a normal circadian rhythm. I have no sympathy for the sleep stuff. I'm nearly 41. Last year, just on one airline, I traveled 238,000 miles, which is about something like 400,000 kilometers. Plus I had a few other flights on other airlines. So these guys you're living in one place and you're like, I don't want to lose 30 minutes of sleep to accomplish my goals. Oh, I don't want to be inconvenienced at all. That's okay. You're just destroying your future. It's a lifestyle choice. Most of you guys suck. Most of you, some of you that are way above average, you suck compared to your real potential. So, which is why I delight in making fun of some of these people that you live in a time of fantastic prosperity, and you don't want to take advantage of it. You don't want to honor your ancestors' struggles and misery to go make the best of what we have today. That's really sad. That's really a pathetic creature. And the people that don't do that, I don't think about them much at all, but to the extent that I do think about them, I just kind of feel bad for them. My clients spend time making fun of those people. I laugh along a little bit, but mostly I just feel bad for them. Mostly I don't think about them at all. They didn't even care enough to show up for their own success. That should be a common theme today. Let's talk about, show up for your own success. You get the idea? Do you understand, guys, when I say, if you don't love yourself enough to invest in yourself, do you realize, no one else of any quality is ever going to love you? Does that seem crazy to you? That's just fair. If you don't love yourself enough to invest in your own future, why would anybody else want to be a part of your future? How would it be that some of the highest quality men or highest quality women in the world would want to spend time with somebody that doesn't even care about their own future, that doesn't even love themselves enough to invest in themselves, doesn't even care about their own future enough to show up for their own success and go execute even if they don't feel like it, even if they're a little tired? Everybody that I work with, I don't care who's my fucking client or not. You know who should be my client? The people in this room that are the most serious, the people that here that have that value their time the most. And if you don't value your time, you don't value your life. Your life is just a series of moments. If you're not respecting each of those moments, if you're wasting it in suboptimal ways, like some people here, you're not going to have the best outcomes that you could have had. So who do I want to work with? I want to work with the people that are going to be most serious, they're going to be most dedicated, that if we spent our time together, it would have a real impact in their life. I don't care which ones. You guys will self-select. I have no opinion which ones. Some of you are going to go fail miserably. Some of you are going to go on to great success. I'm going to help some of you with that. I don't care which ones. You'll let me know if you're that person or not. That's why I say words like loser, pathetic. Because the person that would be emotionally agitated by that, it either is a pathetic loser or it's a very high quality person who's probably doing above average at some things already, and they know that they could do a lot better in this area too. And they haven't been living up to their potential. Those are my favorite clients to help. Somebody who is already doing well above average, maybe they've been spending their time building a business, in graduate school, building their career, doing something industrious. Maybe they didn't do any of that shit. Maybe it's somebody who's very talented at a sport or a musical instrument, but they're talented at something. And if we work together, I could help them translate that success into a new area because they're already disciplined, they're already smart, they already know how to learn, they already know what it takes to be successful. How many of you in the room fit that type of thing? You're already quite good at something, quite pleased with yourself at something. All right? Raise your hand high and to show the others if you're one of those people. Yeah. So those are the people that should be considering working together. If you didn't raise your hand, you're probably a bum. All right? So, for where I'm at in my life right now, do I want the maximum amount of profits or do I want the maximum amount of happiness in my life? So, these are, certainly I could answer your question. It would take a lot longer than the time that we have here. I'll give you a couple thoughts about that on how you might want to sort that information. I don't need to work. I haven't had a job since I was 19. I grew up poor as fuck. It's American poverty. It's not real poverty. I've been to some of these third world countries. They got real problems. They got problems none of us have. All right? I live in a beautiful penthouse. Some days I wake up, I look outside, there's clouds covering my windows. Some days I wake up, I walk over to the window, I look down to make fun of the peasants. I can't see them because the clouds are beneath. True. I get on a jet, I fly anywhere in the world I want to go. I sit in business class or first class, everywhere in the world. We have nice everything. Everything's nice, okay? So if you look at what are my current goals, on one hand, I'm half Jewish. I'm not a religious person at all, by the way. But my ancestors, by ancestry, I'm half a Jew. I went to business school twice, and I grew up poor. So yes, I'm going to go make a lot of fucking money. Of course I'm going to go make a lot of fucking money. All right? I grew up so poor and I hated it that I wanted to do whatever it took. I was happy to lose sleep. I was happy to do whatever was necessary to go, make myself smarter and be very industrious so I could have better outcomes continuously. Now, I helped a lot of other people with that. And it goes, and again, back to your questions, well, what are your goals, Well, I'm not going to be a politically correct person. I don't believe in political correctness. I think that's fraud. I think it's fake. So I don't wish to live a fake lifestyle. I don't wish to tell half-truths or mistruths to people to fit in or blend in or be more relatable to a broader audience. No, I just want to hang out with winners. And who are the people that I'm going to help? It's, in my private business, which I started last year, we're going to help people that, I've already helped make more than a dozen people $1 million or more. That's not revenue, that's net worth. I'm 40. And that wasn't my primary focus. So I want that to become my primary focus. There'll be some people in this room, perhaps. It might be one person, two people in this room that are that type of person that, if I had helped you make a few $1 million, would you be happy to give me one? Yeah. I shouldn't be spending time with somebody that can't help me make $1 million. At least 1 million. If that's off-putting, well, that tells me something. Maybe you need to raise your standards. Maybe you need to change your goals. Because some people are out there making that money. Why couldn't you? Some people are out there getting that money. Money just means your freedom. If you think money, 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 all Derek thinks about is money. Money just means your freedom. And yes, all I do think about is my freedom and my happiness and how to create more happiness and more freedom for my friends. Yes, that is all I think about. And it's not money. Money just means your freedom. Money is the freedom to live your life the way you want to. Money is the freedom to spend your time the way you want, spending less time doing bullshit you feel like you have to do, and spending more time however you feel like it, doing things you want to do. Yeah, I do want you to have more freedom. I want it for more of you. I want it more than some of you want it for yourselves. When I grew up, I felt like I had such little freedom. I was very dissatisfied with my childhood. So if I can help somebody to have more freedom, to have less anxiety and pain in their relationships, that's nice. Well, there's bigger things for us to work on, though. There's bigger things for us to work on. So I need to be around a group of people that they're focused on, they want to make millions of dollars, plural, because I need to get paid one. If I'm going to help somebody build a company, if I'm going to take their current company and make it bigger, help them build a new company from scratch, I need at least $1 million to be involved in that and spend my time on it. To spend my time and resources, I need to make at least an extra $1 million. So if I'm not doing that, I can't do it. So that means I have to add several $1 million in value to somebody's organization for them to feel happy about doing that with me. And by the way, if I helped you make a few $1 million and you gave me one, would you like to do that only once? Would you mind doing that again? All right, so how many people do we need like this in our lives to go make a lot of fucking money? Do I need thousands of people to do this? No. I'm going to go spend time on business stuff. That's where the money is. That's where people that are serious about earning their freedom. They don't mind losing a little bit of sleep. They don't mind looking a little stupid or feeling embarrassed. You ever been embarrassed on occasion, buddy? It just goes together. You're going to feel stupid. You're going to feel embarrassed. That's what it is, man. That's what it is. And to his comment, which is a good comment, of somebody that perceives my communication style as being arrogant or narcissistic. No, but it's not. But I got a track record. Any shit I'm saying, I did that shit. And people that you know would say that I did that shit. I helped some of them. I helped a lot of other people that you don't know. I'm going to go do more of that. And I don't need to have, thousands of people like this in my life. I don't have time for thousands of people. I'm the type of person that likes to have, a couple dozen close friends. I like to see the same couple dozen people repetitively and have closer, tighter relationships with a few people, And I do have quite a broad social network. There's a few hundred people around the world that I quite enjoy spending time with, My one buddy right here is one of them. A few of the other people in this room back there are, friends or assistants that travel with me. So it's a couple hundred people that I enjoy spending time with like that, but we should focus on the, just a few of them. Go do a couple big things together. Spend your time laughing. Spend your time with your friends. You know what I want more than anything? Back to that time allocation. For me, it might not be where you're at right now. You might have different values or goals. I'm not saying that's right or wrong. You just might have different values or goals. But for me, what would I like more than, I travel around the world, eat whatever I want, as you see, go wherever I want. The more you could define your own goals, the less you'd be interested in that question. And you say, well, Derek, given that I have this goal, this goal, this goal, who are the people that you think that I would be targeting? Who are the people that I would want to be meeting? I think about target market all the time. I know exactly the type of women that I want to meet, and I know the type of women that I wouldn't be interested in. I know the type of people here that I'd be interested to work with, and there's some that I wouldn't be interested in at all. I don't want their money. You don't want money from the wrong client. The wrong clients will ruin your business. You get yourself to the right people. It's a subjective thing, though. You have to define, what kind of life do you want to live? What sort of creature are you? What sort of life do you want to live, given that nature? All right? Who are the right people that should be involved in that or not allowed to be involved in that? And then you can define those things. I like to have people that are partners. I like people that are they're incentivized. I say it differently. Our incentives are combined together. So the people that I want to work with, almost no one that earns the hourly wage is even allowed to speak to me. And I don't say that to be cocky or egoic. It's like, well, I like to work with people that they're going to be partners in something. That meaning that we're winning together. Because I want them doing things, 24 hours a day. I want my team doing things that are going to, that's aligned with our mutual success. So, if you want people to do the things you want them to do, they have to be incentivized to do so. So, you know, I've, I think I can't think of a second person that gets paid hourly that even gets to talk to me. And again, I'm not saying it to be a dick. I'm just saying, like, you know, it's the nature of what that person's doing. It makes sense to have an hourly pay structure with, you know, variable reward mechanisms that I can reward them at certain levels of performance. But frankly, I haven't even talked to them about, but I have that in my own mind. All right? I can't think of a second person that I pay hourly wage to. I don't speak to them. I don't allow them to. I don't know their names. Some of them, literally. You know, that's what you have managers for. So I don't spend my time speaking to those people. I want to be around people that are our incentives are aligned, and I like pay for performance structures. I like pay for performance. You know who else likes pay for performance? The most ambitious people in the world. The people that are, the people that are at the top of a meritocracy like to be rewarded for their input. So you'd like to have systems like that, you know? That make sense? Yeah. In any business, the more that you can align that is like, what is the outcome that you have in mind? Well, we reward people for achieving the outcomes that you have in mind. And they shouldn't be doing anything else with their time. You shouldn't be paying them a penny per year to do anything that isn't, exactly what you defined as the goal that you want them working towards. So anybody that makes money with me is going to do, I set those goals. Now I'm very open-minded, by the way, with those people that I call managers, with those people that I have those pay for performance metrics. I'm very, anything I do, all right, I sit down, I talk with them, I say, tell me one thing that went good and two things you think I could do better. And I'm not asking somebody for just to nitpick nonsense, okay? But that's how you have a continuous improvement. You need the feedback from other people. So you have to find people that are high quality, that are high IQ, high performers, filling their head with good information, because IQ is not enough. You could have high IQ, but if you don't do anything with it, there's some homeless people out there, no doubt, that had a really high IQ and they forgot to do something with it. Okay? So I like people that are high IQ. All IQ means is you're capable of recognizing patterns, and you're capable of organizing information better or recognizing patterns better. Yeah? So, humans do things repetitively. It might be useful to have other people around you that can recognize those patterns. So, you want people that have high IQ. You want people that are very motivated. So, how do I make some of those decisions? You got to screen through the people, man. You got, and first you got to know yourself. What do you want? What kind of person are you? What kind of life do you want to live? Who would be the best companions for the life that you want to live? Okay. When I ask you guys to raise your hand if you're fucking doing something above average, that should be everybody. I want to be in a room where that's everybody. Not where it's like 70% like here. I want that to be everybody. You people that didn't raise your hand, you don't even belong in the room. You should just leave. I'd rather you left and kept the body heat and the body odor down. There'd be a correlation between the ones that didn't raise their hand and they smell. So, I don't want to be around those people. So you want to talk about how do we allocate those time? You got to think about what are your goals? What kind of man am I? What kind of life do I want to live? Who would be the best companions for that life? You guys got to think about that yourselves. And you got to sort through those people, rather vigorously. Get rid of the ones that don't fit that profile. Just spend zero time with them. Spend zero time with those people. And reallocate your time to people that are serious. You guys all heard something along the lines of you'll be like the 5 people you spend the most time with. Who's heard that at some point, yeah? If you spend time with the people you're currently spending time with, your life's going to shake out just about like that. And if you don't start surrounding yourself by bigger winners, you're not going to be one of those people. A few more years go by, you're not going to be allowed in the room. You're not going to be allowed to go where those people go. You're just not invited to the party, man. Not going to be invited to the party. It was available to you. It was there. It's a choice when you're young. It's a choice if you want to be around those people or not. It's a choice if you value your own future enough to invest in it. It's a choice if you love yourself to think that you deserve a better future and you're going to invest in having the best education and the best role models and other very successful people to be surrounded by them. This video is brought to you by Moneyberg.com. I want you to go to Moneyberg.com right now to see where you can meet me live when I come to a city near you. I want you to be part of our audience. I want you to be part of our elite success programs. I want you to be part of the fun. Most importantly, I want you to ensure your success and your financial independence working with me while we travel around the world and help people live their dreams. Go to Moneyberg.com. Success is closer than you think. It's waiting for you there.